So far, the Indianapolis Colts training camp has been very interesting. It has been action-packed with position battles, with undrafted rookies fighting for a roster spot, drafted guys fighting for a higher position. So much going on. You know, a lot of stars coming in. You got Matt Ryan. You got a new quarterback. You got Stephon Gilmore. So much to look forward to. There's so much to be happy about with this Colts team this year. But we have to talk about Colts training camp so far. Days 1 through 5. A lot going on, a lot of position groups, not really too much pads. Day 4, they were in full pads. Today in day 5, they were shells and shorts. So, it's a lot different when the pads come on. Nonetheless, if you show talent, you show talent. But when the pads come on, it does change a little bit. So I have my little notebook here because I had a lot of information I wanted to talk about. So, injuries as of today, 8/3/2022. Shaquille Leonard is still out as expected. I know it's so weird not calling him Darius, but we have to call him Shaq out of respect, and it's going to take a while to get used to, but we're going to get used to. He's still out as expected. The back, I'm okay. He's not expected to be back until mid-training camp, late training camp. Just let him rest it. Don't force it. Don't hurry it up. Star player, and he's got a life outside of football. Back is no joke no matter what. Rodney McLeod, back looking great. He started camp on the PUP list. Tyquan Lewis started camp on the PUP list. He's back. Buckner, injured with the back. He's questionable. He's been limited. Expected, as I said earlier. Let the back rest. Don't push the back. Mike Strawn, still injured. Chris Williams, still injured. Julian Blackman didn't even start on the PUP list. Julian Blackman has been phenomenal. He has been fine. He's been springy. He's been fast. The Julian Blackman that we know. So then the offense. The offense has been a little slow, and it showed today, especially when Frank Reich wasn't happy at the end. They made this offense run suicides, a lot of them. And thank you to Colt Wire, Zach Kiefer, all these guys that are at camp to help me gain to gather some of this information to share with you guys, give my thoughts on it. Without them, wouldn't be able to do this. So credit to them for all this. But offense, man, it's expected. You have a new quarterback versus a very good defense. And that says something. When the offense is struggling, even though it's a new offense, new quarterback, some new stuff, new wide receivers, there's a lot to get used to. There's a lot to adjust to. And the defense is playing well, though. Defense is not letting this offense adjust quickly. They are making it hard on this offense, on the receivers, on the backs, on the line. This defense is looking very good. Talk about that more later. So Matt Ryan has been exactly what we expected. Matt Ryan has been consistent, a leader, the fire and passion. You can see it yelling in guys' ears. He's not dealing with no bullshit. He sees something he doesn't like, he's gonna tell you about it. He's not gonna say, "Oh, it's okay. You'll get it next time. You'll learn next time." No, he makes you get it right for next time. Accuracy, phenomenal. One of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. Anticipation, amazing, and his experience is priceless. We're super excited for Matt Ryan this year. Hines is having a solid having a solid camp so far. Hines has been very good, catching out of the backfield, doing what we expected him to do. Catch out of the backfield, running routes as a receiver, running, electric, get him the ball, he makes a big play. We know that. Deion Jackson. Got to know a little bit. Doesn't seem like, it's still very, very early in camp. Hasn't been much pads. Hasn't, it's still early. But Deion Jackson got himself in a big hole early. He fumbled 2 times on the first day. One was a botched snap. Another one, the ball was just knocked out. So, kind of can't afford to make mistakes like that when you have Tyshawn Williams, Devontae Price. When you have other guys fighting for that spot. You gotta be ready. You gotta be able to hold on to the ball. You can't hold on to the ball. Frank Reich and this Colts team is not gonna, they don't care. They don't care. So JT doing JT things. We've heard Matt Ryan talk about JT all offseason. He can't believe how agile it is and that he is. Once you see him in person, it's a whole another story. So we know JT. We know the story on him. So the wide receiver room, Pittman has been very good. He's been very solid, very dominant in training camp. He's been catching almost everything that comes his way. Brandon Fashion has done well on him sometimes, but he's also have gotten burned. like real bad by Pittman. So Pittman's been very good. He's a wide receiver 1. He's capable of being so. He's a very good wide receiver. Very good. And especially with a guy like Matt Ryan. A consistent thrower that's accurate. You know how many times Carson Wentz underthrew Michael Pittman last year? Michael Pittman still got the ball. Many times over 2 or 3 defenders. Many times. Now, Matt Ryan's going to make good decisions. It's going to be one-on-one most of the time. Maybe 2-on-2. Still finds a way to bring it down. Watch out. Hit Pittman, the big body over the middle of the field. Watch out. And you have Pierce. Alec Pierce has been up and down throughout camp so far. He's done well on Isaiah Rodgers. Isaiah Rodgers has done well on him. They both have gotten some on each other. And Alec Pierce was recently put on camp. Was recently matched up with Stephon Gilmore a lot. I love that. I freaking love this because when you have a savvy veteran at cornerback, going up against a rookie wide receiver you have high praise for, make his life difficult. Make his beginning of training camp like hell. He's going to learn from it. Going to watch tape. Going to be aggravated with himself. That's good. He's going to want to get better. He's going to get better. It helps him be better. It helps him learn. Helps the development in the long run. Now, Pierce has beaten Gilmore a few times. And then there's times where he's beaten him, dropped the ball, just didn't finish. So, Pierce has got some work to do. He's also playing against a very damn good corner. Remember that. But it's going to get him ready for when he's not even playing number 1s. Pittman's going to be playing the number 1s. So, Pierce going to be playing the number 2s. When he's going from Gilmore to 2 number 2s, it's going to work wonders for him. So, then you have Doolin. Doolin has had a very good camp so far, too. Ashton Doolin has made a lot of big catches, especially today. He made a big catch over Isaiah Rodgers. Looked like, Rodgers caught up to it. Looked like he was going to bat it away or intercept it. That wasn't the case. Isaiah Rodgers snatched it from him. Or Ashton Doolin snatched it from him. He's been making big plays every single camp. He's making his name known. He's making his presence felt. He wants that wide receiver 4 spot. He wants it, and he's making it very clear. Then you have Paris Campbell, man. Paris Campbell and Matt Ryan have been phenomenal. They have a connection right now that is just not beatable. Matt Ryan is throwing to Campbell a lot. Campbell's dominating, route running, catching the ball, run after catch. Campbell has been amazing. Matt Ryan has been amazing. And both of these guys coming together is amazing. And I don't know a better word. Maybe fantastic, phenomenal. Maybe that's a stronger word. But you get what I'm saying. This is a duo that is going to be fun to watch as long as Campbell can stay healthy. Campbell stays healthy. He's going to be a very good wide receiver. A very good wide receiver. 6'1". He's very fast. There's a lot to look forward to in this kid. He stays healthy. He's going to be a very dynamic receiver. Then, Strides is still injured. Kind of sucks. Not a way you want to open up camp. And Patman has had a rough camp so far. Patman has had some drop issues, some of that kind of stuff. He's had a few good catches, a few good days here and there, but he has not been what you expected a number 4 wide receiver to perform. So he wants out a number 4 spot. He's got to figure it out. He's got to get better at catching the ball. And I know it's obvious, but if you're a receiver, you have to be consistent catching the ball. And he hasn't even had pads on a lot. So something to look into. So on to the offensive line. Now there really isn't too much to talk about the offensive line because when you don't have pads on, it's very difficult to get a good evaluation on the offensive line. So Pryor has pretty much cemented, not cemented, but he has separated himself from Bernard Raymond for the moment. Still early in camp, like I said. Raymond can still come back. Raymond can still find a way to maybe win that tackle spot, but I don't see it. I see Pryor taking it. Now, Pryor has struggled versus Nick Ngakoue a little bit. I don't think Kwity Paye played on him much. I don't think so. But he has struggled versus Unique. Raymond did too when he went out there. Unique is a very good pass rusher, so. Sorry. But as long as Matt Pryor stays healthy, I see him being the tackle to go to for week 1. Then yeah, Smith was getting beat by Kwity Paye a little bit. Kwity Paye looking good. Smith is going to be fine, though. There's no pads. It's hard to evaluate with no pads. Inside O line, not much that we heard of. Like I said, not when you don't have full pads on, it's very difficult to give a solid evaluation of these guys. So, yeah, that's really it on the line for right now. So Jelani Woods and Kylan Granson have struggled. They've struggled throughout camp. They've been on and off. Granson has had some drop issues, but both of them had a solid day today. Both of them bounced back. Both of them show that even though they had a tough start, they're not going to let it trickle into the rest of camp. They're going to improve. Very important, very important. But yeah, behind Molly Cox, there's uncertainty at the tight end room right now. Until we see more development from Woods, Granson. Drew Ogletree has actually been getting more targets as well. He's been getting some time, making some plays, some nice catches. And Big Mo has been a great target for Matt Ryan. Both of them have connected a lot. He seems to be one of Matt Ryan's favorite targets. Rightfully so. When you're that big and you have good hands. It's going to be a nice target for any quarterback you put in there. So defensive line. Defensive line is getting a lot of praise. Unique Ngakoue is showing up. He's beating Pryor. He's beating Raymond. Beating Braden Smith a little bit. Unique Ngakoue is the real deal. We have one pass rusher that we know is going to have 10 plus sacks. This kid gets so much pressure. This kid is so fast off the edge. He is unrelentless. He is amazing. And he's making his presence felt. Keep it up, big man. You're gonna make a big difference on this line. And then you have Kwity Paye on the other side, who, he was banged up a little bit. He had a knee issue, I believe it was, but it wasn't bad. He was back the next day, and he's been fine. Thankfully, he's supposed to have a big season. It would suck if he got injured. He's having a solid camp. Kwity Paye. Ben Banigou is showing some life. Now he still has a lot of work to do, a lot of uphill battle to fight, but it's still no pads. Remember, there's still no pads. So when those pads come on, things change. I want to see how he does with the pads on. Then Deo is looking better today. Haven't heard much from him. You've heard a little bit from him today. Happy to hear some from him. The inside D-line. So I already mentioned that that Buck is limited with the back injury. Big Rove, haven't heard much from him, honestly. Eric Johnson, you've heard a few good things about Johnson. He is electric. He is lightning. He is so fast off the snap, I've heard. He's so quick off the snap. So I'm excited to see what this kid has. I think, he had a crazy rip on Danny Pinner one of the practices. I don't remember what it was, but he just took Pinner and he threw him. This kid has strength, speed, instincts. Eric Johnson might be the real deal. We might have gotten a steal with Eric Johnson. I'm telling you, man, he's been looking phenomenal. Brooks doing well. He's been working with the second team pretty much. I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard too much from him, but Brooks is doing well. He's talented. We just got to. Hopefully, he makes a roster. It's very tight right now. A lot of really good players. So, Shaquille Leonard still recovering. Bobby O was having a good camp. You've heard a lot of good things every single day about Bobby Okereke having good coverage. Today he had a very good rep versus Naheem. He had a good rep versus someone else too that is hard to break down and brought him down to the backfield. I think it was Naheem too. So making tackles on a player that's very difficult to bring down. So Bobby O looking very good. Zarek Franklin has been looking better every year. He has made improvements every single year. He has looked solid in camp so far this year. I haven't heard much from EJ Speed. I've heard a little bit. He's doing okay. Other than that, I haven't heard much. So then we went to the corners. Last position we have to talk about besides kicker, special teams. So Gilmore has been phenomenal versus Alec Pierce. He has been phenomenal, whoever you have put him on. He's been locked down. That's what we signed him for. We know who he is. We know what he's going to do. He's going to help make this defense an all-time defense. Yes, I said it. This defense is going to be an all-time defense. Look at what we have. Look at the D-line. Look at the linebackers, safeties, corners. There are superstars at every single level. More than one at some. Get ready. NFL better get ready. This defense is coming for your quarterback. This defense is coming for the ball. Rodgers versus Fascian has been a good battle. Fascian has been solid. He's been okay for cornerback number 2. He's making a solid statement. Again, pads haven't come out yet, so remember that. Then Rodgers, he's been on and off. He's had times where he has been very good. He has come back from times a few snaps later when he has a bad rep, comes back better, comes back stronger, makes a huge play. So I think Rodgers is going to win that cornerback 2 spot. But Fascian is right now, he's fighting. He's fighting. So, safeties. I forgot about safeties for a second. Nick Cross is killing it. Nick Cross has made so many big plays in training camp. The range. There's been a lot of talks about him. There's been a lot of talk with him. That interception he had day 1 versus Matt Ryan, tipped the ball. Dove for it behind him, got the pick. Nick Cross is looking very good. Nick Cross is looking like he was really worth trading up every time Chris Ballard is traded up. The player has panned out pretty damn well. Then you have Julian Blackman looking healthy, looking fast, looking springy, looking like Julian Blackman that we know. Hope he has a good season. Julian Blackman and Nick Cross are going to be so much fun to watch. Both of them could beat out on the box. Both of them have range. The safety room has a lot of potential as well. This whole defense has the potential to be the number 1 defense, and that is no question. If this defense plays as well as it looks on paper, good luck. Good luck to the offenses. Good freaking luck. So then Hot Rod and Jake Verity, so they went 4 from 4. This was actually day 4 with pads too. So Hot Rod and Jake Verity went 4 for 4. All of them were from 32, 40, 46, and 52. I think Hot Rod's going to win. I hope he does. But if Jake Verity has a better camp, he's going to get the nod. The Colts don't care who you are. They don't care how much they're paying you. They don't care what draft pick you are. If you play like shit and another player around you plays like he wants it more, he's getting the nod. Chris Ballard doesn't care. Frank Reich doesn't care. You play harder, you show more, you get the nod. Simple as that. They don't care about how much they're paying you. They don't care how high they drafted you. They care about your effort, and they care about how well you're going to play and how much you're going to fight for a spot. That's what they're looking at. My computer just went black for a second. Okay, better. That scared me for a moment. That scared me. So, yeah. You guys let me know what you think about training camp so far. It has been fun. A lot of fun rookies for the first time. And the time I've liked the Colts since the year, Andrew Luck was getting ready to come back. We knew this Colts team was a Super Bowl contender. The year Jacoby Brissett started. We know this team was a Super Bowl contender. Just what Andrew Luck, Pittman, what that draft consisted of. Now, I feel the same way about this team. They have the wide receivers. They have the defense. They have the edge rush. They have the quarterback. They have superstars at every single level. Running back, JT. Wide receiver, Michael Pittman Jr. Tight end a little different. Tight end is not on the same par. But tight end is still amazing. Still pretty damn good. Offensive line, Big Q, Smith, Kelly. I'm so excited. Defense, Leonard, Bobby O, Ronnie McLeod, Blackman, Cross, Gilmore, Rodgers. You name a player on this team, and they all have a chance to be a pretty damn good player at their position. To be a pretty highly ranked. This team is ready. This team is ready to make a run. We need to see it on the field now. Need to see it. So I thank you guys for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you miss any future videos. If you enjoyed this video, do all that. And this is JDW signing off.